A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now the Australian share market is likely to open higher this morning. According to the latest SPI futures, the ASX 200 is expected to open 11 points higher. Now the best performing sector was listed property yesterday, up 0.5%. Whilst the worst performing sector yesterday was information technology, that was down 3%. The best performing stock yesterday was allkem. Their shares closed 3.7% higher at $13.46. The worst performing stock was Tabcorp Holdings. Their shares closed 80.2% lower at $1.05. Now looking to some business news from this morning now, Fisher and Paykel Healthcare Corporation today announced an increased final dividend of 22.5 New Zealand cents per share. This brings the total dividend for the year to 39.5 cents per share, an increase of 4%. Managing Director and CEO Lewis Gradon says over the past 2 financial years they've supplied $880 million of hospital hardware, the equivalent of approximately 10 years hardware sales prior to COVID-19. Moving on, an engineering company, Worley, has won a contract for a US greenfield renewable diesel plant called Hartwell Renewables. That's a joint venture between the Love's family of companies and Cargill to provide services for a greenfield renewable diesel plant in Nebraska. The new plant will produce an estimated 302 million litres of renewable diesel per year from feedstocks such as vegetable oils and tallow. And leading Australian energy infrastructure business, the APA Group will start the second stage of its 25% expansion of the East Coast gas grid. This will add around 13% of capacity for southern states. That's ahead of peak winter demand in 2024. Now, this second stage is part of APA's East Coast Grid pipeline network expansion that was announced back in May last year, which will add a total of 25% capacity at a total capital investment of around $270 million. Stage 2 is expected to help address potential peak winter shortfalls. Well, now it's time for a short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect your trading day.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV.
And welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report. Now over in the US and on Wall Street, the Dow Jones rose 0.15%. The S&P 500 fell 0.8% and the Nasdaq ended 2.35% lower. Over in Europe, the Stoxx 50 fell 1.6%, the FTSE dipped 0.4%, the CAC plunged 1.7% and the DAX ended 1.8% lower. MSCI's gauge of stocks across the world closed down 0.91%. Meanwhile, European Central Bank Chief Christine Lagarde says she saw the ECB's deposit rate at 0 or slightly above by the end of September, implying an increase of at least 50 basis points from its current level as the bank fights inflation. On the other hand, the markets took some comfort from US President Joe Biden's comment on Monday that he was considering easing tariffs on China and from Beijing's continuing promises of stimulus. Oil prices traded little changed as tight supply worries offset concerns over a possible recession and China's COVID-19 curbs. WTI futures settled down 52 cents at $109.77 a barrel. Brent crude rose 14 cents to settle at $113.56 a barrel. Gold prices rose to their highest in 2 weeks as the safe haven metals appeal was lifted by a weaker US dollar and lower Treasury yields. US gold futures settled up nearly 1% at $1,865 an ounce. Now, meanwhile, Bitcoin last rose 0.99% to $29,371. Well, that's all for our Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.